A truly remarkable occurrence at sea. An Iranian warship approached Sri Lanka and more or less begged to be boarded and interned by a neutral country. It's a remarkable naval development. An Iranian warship has effectively surrendered to a neutral country, and the captain of the Iranian naval vessel has handed his ship over to Sri Lanka, choosing internment rather than risking destruction at sea. This will be very popular with the sailors on board, I suspect, because they don't want to die. They don't want to go down with their ship. Now, the vessel involved is the Bushehr. It's a large fleet supply tanker which operated by the Islamic Republic of Iran Navy. The ship entered the territorial waters of Sri Lanka shortly after another Iranian warship was destroyed nearby by the United States Navy. So they've watched that one go down and they've thought, not us. Once inside Sri Lankan waters, the ship's captain reportedly handed control of the vessel to Sri Lankan authorities. The Sri Lankan naval craft escorted the ship and removed more than 200 crew members who will now remain on land. The vessel itself will be moved to the historic naval harbour at Trincomalee, where it will remain interned for the duration of the conflict. They've given up because they've seen that they cannot fight the Americans. The Americans just blast them out of the water, and so better to give up and run away to a neutral country like Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's president, Anura Kumara Disayaki, said that the government acted to save lives while maintaining neutrality. He explained the ship was taken to Trincomalee rather than the country's main commercial harbour at Colombo. That's to avoid disruption to international shipping. Also to get it out of the way, make it less obvious, I think. Under international maritime law, warships from belligerent nations may enter the waters of a neutral country temporarily, but they can only remain for 24 hours unless they are interned. If a neutral country fails to expel or intern the vessel, opposing forces could legally attack it, even inside neutral waters. And by accepting the ship and interning it, Sri Lanka has effectively removed the vessel from the conflict and undoubtedly saved the lives of 200 sailors. I've got to say that captain needs to be commended for his decision. It's not cowardice, it's wisdom. There's no way some little shitty Iranian ship built in the 1970s or wherever it was built is going to stand up to a modern American fleet. It will literally just go glug, glug, glug. The crew will remain in Sri Lanka until hostilities end. Officers may be granted parole, but they will not be allowed to leave the country while the war continues. If confirmed, it will be the first internment of a warship by a neutral power since Second World War. During that war, several damaged submarines sought refuge in neutral ports rather than face destruction at sea. And towards the end of the war, something like 80% of all German U-boats were sunk. The crews went down with them, and sod it, don't care. The decision came just one day after the Iranian frigate, the Dena, was reportedly sunk south of Sri Lanka, the first confirmed sinking of an enemy ship by the US submarine since World War II. Also, it's only the second ship ever sunk by a nuclear submarine. And for those who want to know what the very first ship sunk by a nuclear submarine was, I can tell you, it was the General Belgrano, and it was us what sunk it. Faced with the threat of that, the captain of the Bushehr appears to have made a very stark choice: fight on or save the lives of his crew. And I think he made the right decision by saving the lives of his crew. He will be very popular with his crew because at least eventually, one day, hopefully soon, they'll get to go home. The crew on the Dena, alas, they will not. There we go. It's a whole other ship out. Their military's falling apart. They've got literally no boats left. America's just taken out their entire fleet. No boats, no air cover. Won't be long now, will it? Thanks a lot. Bye.